Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so this lesson is going to be about basically thinking for yourself and not thinking with the Spirit. Because one thing an atheist will say is that you guys don't think for yourself. You let a book think for you. Well, they have no understanding, so we don't really get into a riff with them too much, to the point where we have to convince them what we believe is right. We know what we believe is right, and we know that what we believe is going to be proven and manifest itself in due time. We are not supposed to lean onto what we believe. We believe in what the scripture says, and we search the scriptures out. So when you search the scriptures out, and you're constantly in the Spirit, so you're operating within the Spirit, and the Spirit will reveal things to you, and your spirit will grow more faithful. You'll have more understanding. All right. You don't want to lean or basically get to a point where you start thinking that the ways that you believe are bigger than the truth. You could try to turn your truth into the truth, when the whole time it's just not the truth at all. Like, you could change the doctrine just because you believe something is supposed to be a certain way. So you do it based on your own principle. Like, I remember when them niggas from ITR said that, hey, it ain't no law that you got to go out there and teach. But the scriptures speak upon teaching in the chief concourse. Yahweh Shai sent his disciples out in 2s and 3s to the streets. Like, there's so much wisdom and examples to show you how teaching in the streets is supposed to be done throughout the scriptures. How your spirit is like the wind, and the fact that the disciples had to travel so much and teach in the streets and spread the gospel, and the fact that teaching in the streets is a form of spreading the gospel. These dudes would come up with anything to benefit their own agenda. They come up with so much stuff, man. All right, to try to basically take away from the truth. All right. So they lean on to how they feel, but it's not about how you feel. It's about what's right and doing what's right. Because the only reason why they even tried to come up with that doctrine is because it was cold out, and they hate being in the cold. That's it. Or the fact that they hate going downtown, finding places to park, and then walking to a place and being outside in front of people and teaching. You know what I mean? Like, that example right there just goes to show why they're in the position they are now, because them dudes ain't nowhere to be found. So they'll come up with something based on how they feel, and then try to change the doctrine or change the truth into a lie. Proverbs 26:16. The sluggard is wiser in his own consent than 7 men that can hinder a reason. So that man, so I read the scripture. And I thought to myself, man, like you can have 7 wise men come up with a solution, and the one guy just believes he's just smarter than everybody, and he ain't gotta listen to nobody. So a lazy man, a man that's lazy, who won't search, who won't put any effort into finding the right solution, he lazy. I'm just right, and that's just what it is. See me, I'm correct. But you got 7 men here who can hinder a reason, okay, and will cuddle up and find the best solution. But you feel like you right because it's your own consent, it's your own wisdom, it's your own knowledge that you're going off of, and not the truth. You got 7 men seeking the truth, but you're not. You're gonna go based on your own consent because that's just how you feel. All right. So you're wise to yourself, but not to a wise man. Because to a wise man, you're foolish. All right? But to yourself, hey, you the smartest dude around. But that's not how you operate. All right? The Lord said you are bought with a price, man. You are not even of yourself. You think you operating on your own time. You're not. It's all about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Proverbs 12:15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. You have to hearken unto counsel. That means that you're going to have to go to somebody to get the right information, man. Yeah, that's right. There's men on earth you're going to have to go to and go through to get approval of certain things and to get some form of guidance, all right, to lead you in the correct direction. But a fool is wise in his own eyes. And a fool doesn't believe that the elders that they have, or the wise men, they don't even believe that they can help them because they're so deep into themselves. They believe, man, hey, whatever, man. I ain't got to listen to this old digger. And we done heard this before. We done heard the apostles, our apostles being called old and washed up. You know, and they called them fools. But that's because they're foolish. And guess what? Them same dudes that called the apostles fools, they don't even teach no more. And on top of that, the apostles have still been teaching out on the streets and making videos, man. All right? Because these niggas, in their own eyes, thought they were correct. But you can't even find them dudes no more. Why? Because they were wicked. They were wicked as hell. And they didn't want to see. I literally was on the phone with one of them fallouts, man, trying to recruit me, talking about, man, I was on the phone with the elders, man, I was cutting them with the scriptures and all that. How you say it, showing discourse amongst the brethren. You trying to get me to go against my elder? See the foolishness, man, like that, a prideful man like that, don't understand that pride goeth before the destruction. They were proudful, man. Not just foolish, but prideful, man. All right? Prideful as hell, man. All right? This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So you gotta lean on the Lord, man. Not on your own consent. You have to lean on the Lord. You have to lean on the brothers. It's a whole pattern of things, man. For you to get the correct answer. For you to receive wise counsel. All right? Because truthfully, man, the Lord said, man, uh, the simplicity in the Lord, man. What do you say? My yoke is easy, my burden is light. I believe that's how it goes. Y'all make it so much harder than it is, man. The Lord will reveal it to you if you're truly humble and you go to Him meek and lowly, and you ask Him for guidance. He'll put the right leaders in front of you, man. All right. He'll show you the direction. All right, but you don't want it, man. A lot of these dudes don't want direction. That's too much like order. They hate order. All right. This is Jeremiah 17:9. It says, "The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it?" So your heart is your mind. Heart in Hebrew is lab, which means your mind. So your mind is deceitful above all things. So you can't trust in that. You can't trust in your heart. This ain't no love song, man. This is the gospel. All right, you're a servant of the Lord. You can't lean onto your own understanding. You got to lean on the Lord. All right? And just to show you, all right, that you need correction and direction down here. It's Ecclesiasticus 8:9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. So it's the discourse. And what is that? Written or spoken communication or debate, language or political discourse, a discussion, conversation, talk, dialogue, communication, debate, chat. All right, these are the things that you do when you go to your elders, man, so you can get the understanding, so you can learn from your mistakes and to be great. Because scriptures say, man, you're gonna learn to serve great men. So there's men down here who have teachers. They had teachers, and they're going to teach you, and then you're going to teach people, and then you're going to be their teachers. Hey, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai not going to come back down here and just teach us, man? Like, we're going to get it through the Spirit, and we're going to have to maneuver in that way, man. He gave us the instructions in the Bible. We just have to apply it. All right? And that's not to say that the elders don't make mistakes and things of that nature. That shit happens, man. Even the disciples made mistakes right in front of Yahweh Shai, man. All right? But they still seeked the truth and seeked wisdom and received correction. All right? The Lord chastised us like sons, man. So just got to receive the correction. And don't lean on to your own understanding, but on all the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.